Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. And I'm working with a Halloween theme of colors. And that means that I want to do a swipe because I haven't done a swipe in a while. And I use a wet or damp cotton t-shirt hem for my rag. I'm going to put my glasses on, pull up my Princeton Catalyst spatulas. There's one in my Amazon link, along with the paint spreading spatula that I love to pieces. $10. Get the big one, it's cheaper and it's better. I recommend it very much so. So this is my favorite purple that I'm starting with. It's a neon folk art purple. It's not easy to find. I'm sorry about that. They have a glow in the dark version at Walmart. I don't know if that's going to be helpful or not. They have a few others. Anyway, I keep thinking about when I do my swipes, if I want bright colors in the middle. And the reason that I zigzag my patterns, just in case you're curious, is because I'm not a big fan of the straight across effect of swiping. Creates a lot of cells in the pattern. All my paints have Floetrol and Gac 800 in them. The Gac 800 is by Golden. It keeps the paints from cracking. So I love that, and I'm just going to keep right on going. Oops. Okay, never mind. I get a little carried away sometimes. And that's got a combination of colors on there, and that's okay because orange is orange. I'm going to scrape off my spatula, let it go down over the side. I'm really hoping for the best. I'm thinking that I might want to put a little black in the middle, but I really did think that brights were a good idea. And I'm going to use some white in there. Am I going to use white or am I going to use green? I'm going to use green. I might change the direction from which end I start my swipe on because I don't want that green to go over that orange very much. I'm going to keep trying to swipe. I'm going to take the paint off my spatula with my finger and spread it around. Wipe my spatula off so I don't get too much crossover color. Not that it's probably going to make any difference, but for me at this moment I'd rather do it that way. That is a color shift green gold from Folk Art. I think I want a whole lot more purple in here. And those are bubbles, right? Not schmutz. Okay. Bubbles are better than schmutz unless you get them after. We use a torch to remove the bubbles, but it also may release fumes in the paint, so if you're not in a well-ventilated area, you should be. And another public service announcement is if you clean your tools, like I have lots of tools, and I clean them in buckets of water, but I dump that water somewhere not in the pipes, because if you do it down the pipes, it's going to, believe me, add up, and it's going to get you. It's going to clog your pipes and you're going to have to call a plumber. I'm not sure that green was in the best place possible, but it's not the end of this yet. It's a little odd, but it's not too bad. They're the Halloween colors that I think of as Halloween colors, for the most part. Without the black that I might have wanted to put in there, but I think that dark purple in the center is sort of working that way. And maybe that should be, I don't know, maybe that should be my swipe color. Let me think about this for a minute. I generally shouldn't have to worry about a few little tiny pieces of canvas showing because as I pull the wet t-shirt cloth up over, it will in theory fill those. And then there's always my finger if it doesn't work that way. Some of these are a little on the opaque side, so I'd really rather have too much paint than not enough. But that being said, I'm still spreading it out. I think I'm going to have to put some white in there in order to make things work out. Because white will pop cells, even without silicone added beyond the Floetrol I already put in my mix. The recipe, by the way, is under the video in the description, along with my Pinterest, my Instagram, and a Facebook album of the wet and dry artworks for you to check out at your leisure. They're not caught up yet because Facebook sort of didn't tell me why they threw me out, but they threw me out of one of my groups, and I'm the only admin, so I can't post anything, including filling in that album in Expressionist Art Studio, Fans and Collectors. But it's still there, and it still has a lot of good stuff in it, so if you want to check it out, it has everything up to a month ago or so-ish. Alright, so now I still want some of that Prussian blue, and I'm going to put a little line of white. I hope that doesn't mess anything up. And I like how the Prussian blue and the black act together, so I'm going to do that. And I think I'm going to change my direction, which end I'm going to pull from. And what am I going to do? I'm going to just nudge the paint around a little. Tap it into place instead of spreading it out. And depending on how that works, oh god, I really want some gold in there, but I'm going to finish with some orange. And I'm going to throw some more yellow in there, because I like the sound of enough paint, and I don't like the sound of not enough paint, so we're going for enough. And God knows what these colors will do when they mix together. Generally speaking, I'm not somebody who allows myself to worry too much about it, because I think that's counterproductive. But orange and purple and black and blue sort of sounds a little like it might be a problem. So here's me hoping that I'm wrong, because I really do like these colors. But it's a swipe. What else? I'm just going to put that black right down there because I hate wasting paint. Okay, this is the hem from a cotton turtleneck I brought down from Maine, and I'm in Florida now. I don't need them anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, and I'm going to put even a little bit more. I'm going to dip the flat, that 3/4 of an inch, and I'm going to lay it right down in that color. I'm going to make sure it's sort of saturated and soppy, and then on your mark, move backwards because I saw canvas, get set, go. I still see canvas, but it's black. I can always touch it up later. If we're pulling enough paint, we should be able to cover that end piece. Oh, this is pretty. Oh, I'm pleased. I left my piece of medical tubing under the end where I'm going to drop that. Alright, so I've got paint on there, and if you're quick, before it soaks into the rag, you can use it to cover the edges of your canvas, which is what I'm very interested in doing right now. It seems to be working pretty well, and it will blend right in. Wow, happy, cool, haha. Not so sure about that white batch of cells right there. And I don't want to pull the rag along because I just made a little brown, but it's on the edge and I don't think it's going to be a problem. So, right in the bucket with that. I'm going to put some black paint back down on the bottom here and cover my edge. Yes, I'm using my finger, never mind. Fingers work very well for me. If you have a light touch. As long as you have a light touch, you should be all set. So, a lot of times, I will drag skewers and spatulas and blow. I kind of want to see what's going to happen. If I don't do that. Not so sure that those white cells were a good idea. But maybe they'll pop up in other places. And I guess they're white. I can always cover them with black. I don't want to heat up the surface of the paint too much. Just dumped over my tongue depressors that I don't use very often anyway. And there's my tubing, which I'm going to wipe off because it was right under the end. And we're going to have a little blow. Note to self not to do that next time. I'm going to run a few that does not want to fall on the floor. I'm going to run a few streamers back down through. And I think I was right about wanting to keep my paint thick. It's okay. It's still pretty. It's not as flamboyant as some I've done, but that's okay. I've got a nice little set of flames over there. I think because there was quite a bit of opaque paint in the mix, that it's even thinner than I expected. Plus the paint's been out here for a while and it's a warmer day. It is Florida after all. I'm not minding that. I'm really not. I'd like to find out if there's some more white cells down here, but I don't know what the deal is. And the only thing I can think of is to add some, and I don't really want to add some, so I'm going to pick up some paint from where there are some. And use it to sort of even out the design right there. A little waggle never hurt anybody. In theory it was all the way across, but I'm not seeing it come out all the way across. And I could also swipe that down. I'm liking that Prussian blue in with the black. It is a Halloween theme, so if we have some sort of ghostly tendrils floating around at the bottom, I don't think it's going to hurt my or anybody's feelings. And I am finding that white now. I like the completely different, whoops, I spoke too soon. I like the completely different effect that it has. And the Prussian blue I use has Deco Art pouring medium in, so it sells quite nicely. Just going to keep waggling my skewer back and forth, because as the paint settles back down into place, it's agitated the paint and it makes some really nice patterning. And I could spiral a few things out, but I'm not sure that's necessary. It's dark, it won't show very much anyway. I didn't put any gold in because it's a Halloween theme, and leprechauns have pots of gold, but I don't think ghouls do. Yeah, I'm funny. Alright, well, it's kind of subtle for some of my swipes, but I'm kind of liking it too. And it's beautiful, really. And I'm going to cover that spot. And I really could, yes, and I will, throw a few more streamers in there. Probably wipe off my skewer. The paint's not heavy enough to blow rivulets in it like I would normally try to with my tubing. It is continuing to sell up, which is pretty nice. I should not have destroyed that cell there, but oh well. I like my little streamers. What can I say? It's my way of doing it, so be it. And the paint has not completely dried yet, so there's still room for some changes. We've got 3 minutes left. I don't know if we're going to need all of them. I'm pretty happy with that, other than the fact that I kind of like to stick some orange dots at the bottom. Let me do that. It's Halloween. I can do that. So I'm going to use one of my little Hobby Lobby scoops to just use as a reservoir for paint. I'm going to float a few orbs around for fun, because I can. And I like that. Yeah, good idea, Priscilla. I don't think it takes a lot. I could take a darker orange and put some at the top. But you know what? Maybe less is more. I really am liking them. Ha! Very cool. I don't know if I want them up any higher. Maybe a few. We've got some very pretty little cells. I'm not sure you can see them or not. But I'm thoroughly enjoying all of that. Not the least bit unhappy to do a Halloween color themed into the bucket with it. That was plenty. Let me check my other side. Yeah, it's subtle. Oh, I got a naked spot. That's okay. I have paint for that somewhere. There's some paint. And as in, the rag worked very well. There's paint in sporadic places, so because it's not completely dry yet, as I check my sides, I can just go through and cover what's uncovered. And the same for the black, because it seems to recede from the bottom edge, and that's okay, as long as there's some wet paint left, or you can add some wet paint. Often these not totally expensive canvases will have corners that are folded in such a way that they'll show, and I don't like people to have to use frames on their stuff, so I really love painting the edges of my canvas. But there you have it. Halloween theme with a green glow spot. I enjoy having you guys. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you all for the contributions that keep me painting all the time. I appreciate that. I could use as many as you could possibly manage to throw my way. Someday I hope to have a really good workspace. I have one in the side yard I can't put a roof on or an air conditioner in because there's still no money. My artwork is for sale. If you have an interest in some artwork, just please message me and I'll give you an email and we can communicate. There's over 280 videos on the playlist. If you follow the little eye icon, yeah, I see it, up in the upper right hand corner, that's at the very finish of the video. And I don't like how much they stand out. Maybe I do. Maybe I like it even more now. Usually I'm doing this after you're gone, so at least you're seeing it. Yeah, I like the little yellow streamers at the bottom. They added something. And my dots. Anyway, so check out the Instagram link. Check out the wet and dry artworks on Facebook. Check out the Pinterest boards. If you follow a Shop Now link on any of my Facebook pages, you will find thousands of artworks I've done since 2013, or posted since 2013 to fineartamericanpixels.com. And they're all available on t-shirts and onesies and shower curtains and coffee mugs. And I will design a t-shirt soon. Oh, and by the way, if you're interested, let me know. I'm trying to put a book out for Christmas with 100 of the YouTube artworks. But I'm thinking about running a contest where everybody who donates $5 or $10 in a certain period of time will be eligible to win one of 3 16 by 20 canvases that I'm planning on picking myself and showing to you guys on Facebook somehow, some way, somewhere in the near future. So let me know your thoughts on that, and I'll see you in the next video. Priscilla out. Bye for now. Ooh, let's zoom in first. Maybe that'll help. Alright, I look forward to all your comments. Keep them coming. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.